Welcome back, Curriculum Mappers. Recently, I posted in the community a need to have a utility to bulk remove editors from unit planners. Now, instead of building a full-on web app like I had written about here, I decided just to build a simple Google Apps script this morning. It's 11 lines, so I have the tool, and I'm going to walk through an example and show you how it works, and I will share the code in the comments of my post. So I'm going to head over to our actual curriculum folder or account, and if we look at my organizational structure, I have an admin folder, and since I consider this an admin utility, I put it inside of that folder, and I just simply called it remove editor. Now, all this entails is simply listing the email address of the teacher you want to remove editing rights from, and you have to do it in two places. First in the editor variable, and then again in the search criteria of the files. So before we run this, I'm going to walk through the code so you understand what's happening, and then we're going to do a real-life example. So here's a teacher who is no longer teaching at our school, and so I listed her as the editor. You could call this user. I just called it editor. The folder variable, all this is identifying the folder that contains all of the unit planners. So I went in and I got the folder ID of that specific folder, because remember, all of the units go into one folder, so it's really easy to grab all of them with one folder ID. And then the files variable, this is applying a search criteria, because we don't want to bring back all of the files. We only want the files that this teacher has editing access to. All right, so, and this is kind of the syntax for retrieving all those files. And then after the while, this kind of a while loop, it's going to iterate through all of the files in the folder and bring back just the ones that contain this teacher as an editor. And then the last step is to remove that person as the editor, and then list everything in the log file. So, and typically what I like to do is actually comment out the remove function first before I actually remove, because I like to get a preview of the log to see which files are going to be removed. So I'm going to change this address to another teacher who is no longer working at our school. Now, the first time I run this, we're going to get a list of all of the unit planners that she has editing rights to. So I'm going to go ahead and just save the code and then run. See how quickly that ran? If I go view the logs, so these are all the files that she is listed as an editor of. So think about how much time it would take to go into those individually and revoke editing rights. Well, fortunately, if I uncomment this line of code out and I save and I run this again, it's removing her as an editor from all of those files at this time, and now it's already done. So we can again look at the logs. That's the same list we had, but if we simply comment this out, we're not going to try to do any more removing. And we save it. This time the log is going to come back empty because this person does not have editing rights to any files in the folder. So let's run it one more time just to kind of demonstrate that. So I view, and the logs are empty. So this makes it really easy, based on the email address of the teacher who has left, for you to go in and bulk remove editing rights to a unit planner. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.